Okay, so I decided to start this series on my channel where I just tell you guys fucking weird ass stories that just happened to me over the years of working at fucking clubs, because some crazy shit sometimes happens to me. Like, what the fuck? Like, how does that even happen? Like, I don't even know. So to start off, I'm gonna tell you like an okay story. Like, nothing crazy happened, like I didn't die, but this fucking, okay, so I was like 18 or 19. I think I was like 19. I was working in clubs, and you know, so this is like a long time ago. Like, I'm 25 now, so I was pretty young and naive. I don't know. So I get off work. Clubs close at 2 in Virginia. Okay, so this is like 2:30 or 3 a.m. I'm like driving down the road. Nobody's on the road anymore. All the drunks have went home. So fucking like empty streets, and it's fucking raining. So I'm just driving home, like on my first car that I had was like the shitty ass Pontiac. I'm driving down the road, it's empty, and it's like pouring rain. It's so hard to see. My windshield wipers are literally fucking going like this, and you can't see shit. So I see these headlights behind me, and I'm like thinking, okay, like I hope it's not a cop, because it was so hard to see. I was kind of like swerving like on the lines. I was like, he's probably gonna think I'm drunk. Not that I was drunk, but I was just paranoid because I was 19, so I was like, fuck, I don't want to get pulled over, you know. So like now I'm thinking back on it, like, okay, even if you get pulled over, so what? Like, you're not drunk. Like, I was just retarded. So anyways, I was like, I hope it's not a cop. And then this is like, we're the only 2 cars on the road, okay? And then he goes from behind me to like my right lane over here. It's only like 2 lanes on this road, you know, and I'm just going straight towards my house. It's just a straight shot. And then I saw that it was a fucking cop car, and I was like, shit. So we come to a red light. We're the only ones at the red light, and I'm just sitting there, and I feel him looking at me. You know how sometimes you can just feel somebody looking at you? And that's what I was feeling, and I was like, man, I don't want to look suspicious. I don't want to look suspicious. I was just like sitting there looking at the light. I'm like, fucking, okay. And then I just turn and look at this bitch, and literally, this was so fucking scary because it's like a fucking scary movie. You know how like the windows, like the rain is like making everything blurry, and you just see like this blurry ass fucking face just staring at you? It was like out of a fucking like horror movie, I swear. It was so fucking scary. He was just staring at me, just staring. And I was just like, okay. So, you know, what am I gonna say? I could have just turned away, but I was like retarded. So I smiled at him just so like to look nice. That way like I wouldn't get put over. So, which I don't know why I did this, but so I was just turning, I'm like, you know, like that, and just turn back, and that's all. So then I keep going, and you know, it's a straight shot, but then I just turned left on my street. So I just went left, and literally as soon as I turned left on that street, like 2 seconds later, I fucking get a text on my phone, and it was like, oh, it was great seeing you, or some shit. And I was just like, who the fuck, you know, like what? I mean, I see a lot of my friends at the club, you know, like they come out, so it's like, you know, maybe I gave my number to one of my friends or something, like, you know, they lost their phone. Like sometimes I just give them my number out, that's like whatever, you know. So I just thought I was like one of my friends that I saw that night. So I'm just like, who is this? And he's like, I just saw you. And I was like, at the club? Saw me where? Like, who is this? Like, you know, this wasn't funny anymore. And he goes, like, he said something weird, and I just go like, are you the cop that was next to me? Because he was like, I just saw you, you were like next to me. I'm like, are you the cop? And he's like, yes. And I'm like, what the fuck, you know, like, how did he even get my fucking number? Like, what the hell? I was just like, this bitch, is he fucking serious right now? And so he goes, this bitch is like, do you want to go have coffee at Wawa on like this other street that we have? And I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, by this point, I'm like in my room, I'm home. But I was just like, what the hell, you know? And I don't want to be rude. Like, what the fuck, you know? For all I know, this bitch knows my address by now. He's gonna fucking come here and arrest me for some bullshit. Like, I don't know. Cops are fucking corrupt too. So I was just like, you know, I don't want to tell him to fuck off. So I was just basically like, no, thank you. Like, I'm already home. I'm going to bed. And that was the end of that. But that was just so weird. And the next day, this bitch adds me on Facebook. Like, I'm not even fucking kidding. His name was George Robles, and he was like this Latino fucking guy with a baby on his profile picture. Like, he had a son. Like, what the fuck are you doing fucking texting girls? First of all, you're a cop, but like, you were probably married too. Like, I don't fucking know. But needless to say, I didn't fucking add him back. Like, fuck that. You know, that was like the end of that. But then like, couple of weeks go by and I'm having lunch with some friends, and one of my friends happens to be a cop in a different city, like, you know, like an hour away or whatever. So I tell him this fucking story and he's like, no, you should report that shit. Like, what the fuck? Like, you didn't report it? Yeah. I was like, no, like, who cares? Like, he left me alone. Like, it's not like he's harassing me still or something. He was like, no, you need to fucking call and report that shit. So I was like, okay, fine. But what he did do, since I knew the cop's name, the crazy fucking one, what I did was I told my friend the name and he was like, well, let me check. Like, he was like, I work in a different city, but I have friends who are cops in this city, you know, like, he knows everyone. So he was like, let me just text someone and ask them about this bitch. So he texted a guy who is a cop in this city and he was like, hey, have you ever heard of George Robles? Like, do you know who that is? And he fucking replied him and he was like, oh yeah, he just got fired because he like pulled over some stripper and he was like patting her down. So, and he had like a bunch of other charges as well. So they fired him, or he was like on suspension or something like that. And I was like, what the fuck? So I was like, okay, fine, I'll call just to make it, just to add on to the problem, because obviously this bitch deserves it if he keeps doing this shit to a lot of other girls, you know? So I called the fucking line like the next day and I like report him and they were like, oh, it's actually pretty funny that you called because we've had like 10 other complaints about this guy. We can't tell you like what they were, but you know, he's definitely had a lot of complaints from other girls about him. So he's on suspension now or some shit, I don't fucking know. So I was like, yeah, good, you know, but I was just like, dude, like, he needs to be fired, not fucking suspended. Like, fuck that, you know? So basically he was doing this shit to a lot of girls. So what he did was basically, what, you know, what my friend told me, because he's a cop, he was like, yeah, when you know, pull someone's plates up, like you're behind them and you pull up their license plate, if the car is owned by you, it's on your fucking name, which my car was, it was mine. They can see all your fucking information, like your license, like if it's suspended or not, your fucking address, your phone number, everything like that, and like your picture. And I was just like, what the fuck? Like, are you fucking kidding me right now? Like, he knew my address and shit. I was like, this is not cool. So that's how he got my number. But I just thought that was so weird because, like, who fucking does that? Like, you should be able to trust fucking cops, not have them run around getting fucking bitches to go to coffee with them at 3 a.m. at Wawa. Like, what the fuck? Do you need to get laid? Like, no. Like, this is not okay. Like, calm the fuck down. Like, yeah, that's all that happens. Like, nothing bad really happened to me, but I just thought that that was weird, and I feel like I should tell you guys that that's possible, because I didn't even know that that shit was possible, that you can, like, pull up someone's fucking plates and, like, know all this information about them and fucking text them and shit. Like, no, fuck that. So I just hope it doesn't happen to any of you guys. But yeah, that is it for my first story. I have a few other fucking crazy stories that I'm gonna tell you, but that's gonna be next time. So don't forget to like and subscribe, and if you want to add me on my Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, everything like that will be linked down below, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Hey guys, it's Kristina. So today I quickly have my Beauty Box 5 unboxing for you for the month of July. I literally feel like I just did one, and that was because in June I wasn't here. So when I came back from vacation, I had to do it in July.